your business? Like, how did it start?
It was a meme page first.
Okay.
Just a normal meme page on Facebook.
Yeah.
It was about the area that the original founder, I would say, started.
Okay.
It was all about where he came from.
Yeah.
But he didn't want to focus on the negative. So he wanted to bring out the character that is within the colored community.
Yeah.
Which is the jokes, the love, grap maak like you
Yeah.
So he wanted to bring that about. And then it just started taking off, becoming a life of its own.
Yeah.
And then it became Vannie Kaap, what it is known today.
Okay.
I came on board in 2016.
Yeah.
And then in October 2016, more to the end of October, we then started doing an online store.
Okay. Yeah, so that's nice.
Yeah.
It's a nice shop. Yeah.
And then from 2016 to 2017, we opened a store on the 8th of December. 2017.
And how do you fit in?
So I really literally help with everything.
Okay.
But I'm supposed to be working on media content for Vannie Kaap.
Okay.
But currently I'm just busy managing the business, the shop. I mean, just assisting the founder and the owner.
So just to give you a little bit of background, I'm also from the Cape Flats, born in Lotus River, all that type of thing. So I've been around, I've walked the streets, I've thrown the stones at the buses back then. I'm quite an ideas person. And I got thinking we've been looking at doing uniforms again, because we do it. I mean, our staff have been in branded uniforms from inception. It was one of the first things we did was actually get our staff into uniforms, unlike other companies.
How old is this business?
14 years. Yeah, so it's 14 years old, and then our cafes that you see downstairs, this one's running for about just over 5 years, and we've got 4 of them. So there's 4 stores like this, and then our vision for the retail business is to have 15 stores in the next 2 years, so by 2021, end of 2021. And it's primarily like industrial areas, like that's where we focus on, or workplace. My wife kind of uses that, the whole FUBU description of for us, by us, like we very much like that. So we kind of like, in a sense, we don't fit like you guys, almost like, I wouldn't say don't fit into the t-shirt and the clothing market. Like our business is that in the fresh produce and the hospitality industry actually. So what we're doing is completely, and a bit disruptive to a lot of other companies because of our price points, especially in our cafes and stuff. I mean, our coffees are 10 and 15 rand. And I mean, it's very affordable food. And my personal background is in like restaurants and of that nature. So, I always quite liked what Vida did, like with Puma and with Adidas when they were starting up. It was like way back in the day when they started up, they used to do these collabs, and then I saw your stuff and then I thought like, fuck man, like the Kusista one was the one, which I was like, shit, that would work so well. And then your aprons also, that would work like so well in our business. So I just wanted to start a conversation with the two of you, with your company about, what's the opportunities that we could, collaborate on you guys getting involved in looking at our uniform and then offering us a look and a feel that incorporates your brand as well as our brand. So there'll be this business up front, party at the back type of attitude, like towards that. And so when people come into our stores, because we get a lot of people that come to, whether it's St. George's Mall downstairs, Mowbray, or in Epping, they're constantly seeing our staff, and then we've got like 8 vehicles on the road that go out to all areas. So our drivers are out there, they're wearing caps. I think I'll just get Carly. Just grab me one of our caps. Oh yeah, there we go. You know what I mean? So it's not like, I suppose, on your level, but it's kind of what we just did ourselves with our own designs and stuff. So we're very, in terms of our brand itself, yeah, there we go. So all of this is like, it's all based on our brand manual. So we actually have a manual that dictates color, look, feel, and everything. And when I looked at your site and I looked at the products that you were offering, I just thought it would be insane to actually do something that's completely like localized and like Cape Town style, because we're a Cape Town business, and you guys are a Cape Town based clothing business also, and it's like we kind of have like the same background in a sense. It's almost like a natural progression.
Well, to tell you the honest truth, when I was downstairs now, the thing that sealed the deal for me was you spelled Kusista right.
Yeah, man.
Well done. It's important.
It's important.
Yeah. When I saw the spelling, I said, this must be a color better.
Only he will know.
The chosen
Yeah.
one. So,
So the other thing we've been doing, like in terms of our media and stuff, is that we've actually, like I said to Kaya yesterday, what we've noticed is also that we're quite connected to a lot of people without being connected. You know, like so like the guy Mac One who does the art in our shops. You know what I mean? Like he does the murals for us. So and we've like known him for a while. You know what I mean? Like a long time. And his girlfriend Jade's been our customer for like almost 10 years. So we like, you know, there's this. So my, you know, my vision is to like connect different businesses in Cape Town that work in different areas, but they have the same network, so that we actually all look after one another.
Yeah.
Does it make sense to you, like that type of vision now?
Exactly what we're thinking as well. Exactly the same. Because the frustrating bit for us as startups, there's no go-to.
Yes.
You know, they say they want to support local, but we've had the most unbelievable issues with local, with funding. We self-funded. Everything we make is from people supporting the brand. So it's not as if someone's coming and saying, here's $1 million rand.
So we don't go buy machines, go get this done. We understand the pain.
And it's frustrating as well, because now you must support local, but you can't do that and run a successful business at the same time. Sustainable business, never mind success, more sustainable. So this is the area that we need to play in, where we sort of create that opportunities for people coming up through the ranks. We want to start a t-shirt business. Fine, we can from 0 to 100, go to this guy.
How do we find a business model that incorporates all these businesses that then actually sets up other businesses to support the businesses that can't find, you know, the suppliers? Because we have the same challenge. I can tell you now, like over the years that we've been around, you know, those barriers to entry into certain markets or into certain businesses, it's always going to be there. You know, we spoke about it. My friends and I were chatting around, we were having lunch, and then we're chatting, and I said, like, the solution doesn't lie within the existing system. The solution lies outside of the existing system, in a new system. That's the solution. So, and why I say is a lot of startups, primarily in the food industry, would say, like, should I make really nice honey, or it's not honey, but jam, or I'd make really nice preserves, and I can't get it onto the supermarkets of Spar and Pick n Pay. And like, the discussion is fuck Pick n Pay and fuck Spar, you know? We cut that or not, leave it there. but at the end of the day, you know, you can't put a new product into an old system. It just doesn't work. You know what I mean? People, why? Because they get eaten up by the Coos and the, you know, and the Gants and all these other, you know what I mean, bigger, you know, and therein lies, you know, an opportunity for us that are coming up with all these new startups, actually, because the system, the old one is failing, and the new one needs to.
No, but that's exactly where we are right now. Because what you find is you have this amazing concept, but there's just no way to execute on the concept. And then now what's happening is, because your dream is not being fulfilled, or you're not having any steps to fulfill your dream, you get lost along the wayside. And then that's when the gangsterism starts, and that's when everything else. So we don't speak out against gangsterism. We speak about, we want to be that thing before that's your last resort. You know, let us find a way to assist you and grow with you and push you, and just accumulate a whole sense, like a lot of resources that can allow people to execute.
You almost need to start like a fraternity of brothers, basically, that people can come to and say, this is what I have, please help me. Where do I go from here? Where do I start? And that's something that's missing in Cape Town. There is no fraternity or board of people that you can go to and speak to about stuff.
Everybody's like kind of just operating in these silos. Like, it's like, this is what I'm doing, and that's, you know?
Because heaven forbid somebody else does what we're doing, for example. Now, do we see it as competition, or do we see it as growth? You know, so why must you see it as competition? If it's going to be competition, let it be a healthy competition. If it's growth, let's grow together.
Absolutely.
You know, that type of But because we have the mentality, no, you can't be doing t-shirts because I'm doing t-shirts. No, let everybody do t-shirts.
I worked with some Angolan guys like way back when I was in the restaurant business, and they used to have a saying. They said that whatever you are learning, I'm forgetting. You know, that always stuck with me, is because, you know, you in order to progress, especially in the business environment, in the business world, you've got to evolve yourself constantly. And I talked to Kaya about that a lot, about, you know, increasing the feedback loop, you know, creating product, getting it out to people, and then having them give you constructive feedback, tell you what they think about it, and then if it's good, cool, you know, if it's not, change it. And just like it's got to happen like at such a speed in today's times. And then also to like, in a sense, I suppose, let go of certain things. There's the other aspect of it, like, you know, we've now noticed, like in the industry, we've been in the hospitality industry, so we supply a lot of the hotels and your restaurants and your guest houses and that type of thing. But you know, competition catches up. You know, so now we in the retail space, where we're focusing a lot of our attention in the online store space, where we you know what I mean, we house our competitors that don't have an online store and they don't have retail shops, but when they have vans that are branded nicely. You know, so whenever I see it, I'm like, fuck man, the van looks nice, but I'm like, I have to forget about that. Like I have to forget about the fact that it's almost natural that you're gonna have a nice van. Somebody's gonna make a nice t-shirt, you know, but what am I like kind of doing next about it, you know? And I suppose even better is that I would empower the people that come after, you know, to take a piece of the pie that I had. You know, like I think there's also, I suppose there's also a certain amount of satisfaction that comes from the fact that I can actually leave, there's a legacy there, like you go and do it, man. Like you go and do that in your community. Cool, I'm cool with that, I'll mentor you, I'll help you get your business set up. Because I mean, that's what I spend a bit of time doing that now also. So I help people set up businesses, you know, or I mentor people in terms of, and it's just effectively just, I mean, basically sharing my freaking story. Like this is what I do. You don't have to do that. Like, don't go there. You know, we've got 52 staff that work for us. Obviously, you get brand exposure. For us, you know, it's nice. We did it with this one, which was like kind of our own thing that Nicolette done. You know. Obviously your language is a lot different to you know what we were doing. So.
Do you have, obviously you've got the staff in the cafes.
Yeah.
Would you have a different look for them than for the staff up in the office, or do you have?
Yes. And I think with primarily like what we've done in the past is that the staff in the cafes and the drivers would be in the same uniform.
Okay.
The ladies, so underneath the normal uniform, which is like when I'd say like an actual white overall for the cutting area, they'd still have these t-shirts, or they have our black t-shirts, or so the t-shirt is a very important part. I mean, I think that aligns with you guys because it's your primary business, if I'm right there. Yeah. So I mean, you can just, if you in our cafes, you can go even a step further. Think of fucking mugs, you know, like coffee mugs. Like think about it. There's like so many different, you know. Like the commercial aspect is it could become pickup points, you know, for your product also in our stores. You know, we open to that people can buy the product here also, or order online and have us deliver it for them. You know what I mean? Like part of their normal delivery. So if somebody sees it, you can list it online on our online shop or whatever the case. So there's another stream of revenue that you open up as a result of this relationship. Which is kind of what, you know, intrigues me about everything, is that there's multi-layers of streams of revenue. You're not just getting revenue from, I mean, that's what we focused on in our business. We just look at, let's do an online shop. That's one stream of revenue. You know, that's money coming into the bank account in one way. Then there's a delivery truck. Then there's a guy walking into a shop. So all we try to do is open up as much of those as possible. But we've been inundated with people asking us for like, can we buy the cap? Can we buy the t-shirt? And we like generally like, no, you know. So there's like I say, there's also because of our brand exposure. And people know our brand, when they see it on the roads, people want to buy our product as well as they want to buy yours. So I think if we put the two together, you know, not taking away from either of the brands, people would find it very appealing to actually to buy into it.
How PG do you want the t-shirt, whatever goes on it to be?
So we focus on families and kids and stuff. So we don't want to offend people too much, but but at the same time also we are, you know. I did read some of your stuff. So things like maybe like the tech and you know what I mean, like that those would be a little bit edgy. But there's a lot that you have on your sites that will work like perfectly for us. Like that's what I saw, like more centered around the food and you know, because there's those t-shirts that you have also, like the Kus Sister one. Is that so? I wouldn't be asking you guys to bring anything new to the table. It's probably just to take your existing screens or your existing designs and then kind of put it onto ours, change the color a little bit. You'd say like, oh, we want to do it like this. I mean, you guys are the pros at that, not us. First of all, if we can get to an agreement and say, listen, this is what you guys proposed to us, like to have something implemented by the end of September. That would be like a good time. That's going into spring, and so the colors and whatever. Just I mean, for us it's also a freshen up on what we're doing. And I mean, even now across the road here, we've got Capito. When you stand downstairs, you'll see the mountain. That's your client base, like straight up. You know what I mean? There's like loads of people coming in here, like every 5 minutes for coffee.
No,
the city also. So
they don't sell coffee inside Capito.
They do. Ours is just better.
Lekker. Try and get coffee there.
Yeah. So they just come across and they become quite accustomed to our coffee.
To be honest, I always had a misconception about cool bananas when I drove past. I never took note. And no discredit to anybody. It's me being in my own little world. Sitting behind the wheel driving, thinking about the next meeting or forgetting about the meeting or being reminded. Shouldn't you be in a meeting now? Oh yeah, okay. But the first thing when I walked in here was I could actually see myself chilling here. Just chilling, break in between whatever needs to be done. And we're always in Maitland because our suppliers are here.
Yes. I mean, there's a lot going on here, from embroidery to there's all these guys around here.
No, that's perfect. 100%. I think
it's a lot of people get that, like they get here. It's like, oh, they didn't know this place exists, or but that's the whole idea behind it. Also, is like kind of an oasis, That's the way I used to liken it, like an oasis in a concrete jungle or in a desert, because everything's so fucking grey and fucking terrible at work. So when you come here, you've got to feel like it's cool, I can chill. You know what I mean? It's like.
Would you? So there's a buddy of mine that's a chef.
So what's his name?
Steve
Okay.
Byers. So he's always had this concept that he wants to bring about, is the food and your master course and everything else.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Is that something that you would do as a pop-up vibe, like once a month in the store somehow? Just we do something that has Vannie Kaap, cool bananas, bringing your master course, whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
A pop-up vibe. Just
So I don't know if you guys know Fatima cider. Yeah. So like with Fatima, there's like 1 or 2 of the dishes on the menu.
Okay.
So we do it, like when I say we like kind of connecting people, like and using CB as like a common place that that connects what the way you want to look at that. But I'm absolutely for that. Like we also a business that's very open to that. Anything that's like happening and funky and nice and cool. I mean that's our whole thing. So I'd be very open to that, even to give him even more space, like design a part of the menu and say like those items are from Vannie Kaap, you know what I mean, like that type of thing, like to break, like I said to you, like to break the barriers of conventional business. So that when people come, there's that I mean, marketing's all about touch points, so wherever you see the brand, wherever you see your brand, it reinforces people's desire, to go out and search more for it. They look online, they look hard. They see you now. That's how we do it. It's like they see the CB van, then they'll go look online for us. They'll go, and eventually get the customer. It's just like, so the more we can be out there, the better. And I mean, we've got, everybody's got different platforms, and I think if you put all the platforms together, it's fucking
from foundation.
So I'm gonna leave you with my email contact details, and then what I'll do is you can just either mail me and then I will then send you our brand manual. You guys can then have a look at, kind of the look and the feel of it. The fonts we use, because there's various fonts as well. And so if you want to, and we can decide, like, I mean, you guys can come back to us with a couple of proposals and say, like, we want to do this. This is what we look at. Because the conversation needs to be, at the end of it, that when somebody sees the uniform that incorporates both of the brands, you guys did it, not us. Like, that's what I want from it. Like, I don't want the glory out of it, if I put it that way. I want to know that you guys were the ones who came. So if people say, oh, this t-shirt's nice, and I want to tell them it's Vannie Kaap, go check it out. That's what I want, you know what I mean? It's like, for us, we sell fruit, veg, the clothing business.